Ladies and gentlemen, please direct your attention to the screens as we pay tribute to the 2008 Michael E. Hurst Lifetime of Achievement in Education Award winner.
In my opinion, Ray is the perfect educator, the consummate educator. Ray had to make some important and interesting choices, and that was not to enter industry where he could have made much more money with his background and his dedication and knowledge, but to devote and dedicate his time to education, where he has found different rewards. The fact that he saw many successful students out in the industry, perhaps he made the difference in their success. And that is something you can't really measure very well. That is something that comes with education and is one of the real awards that you might get.
When I came on board with CRE, I joined CRE in the year 2000, and Ray was the chairman of the board. And it was a time that was very difficult for CRE. We were in a major transition with the organization, and I'm not sure we would have survived it without somebody of Ray's caliber who was at the helm at that point.
Ray and his program have been very successful because it is based on what the industry needs. So he's giving the graduates skill levels and competencies that they, once they go out, they really can enter the industry with a good deal of confidence and capabilities.
I can't remember a discussion that I've had with Ray that doesn't somehow weave back to what can we do for the industry and what can we do for the students? What are we going to contribute today? How are we going to move things forward? It isn't about ego. It isn't about personal agendas.
He's there when you need him. He understands the priorities and understands how to allocate his time. And I was always amazed because, you know, we all have a real job, and but we all volunteer. We all give back to the industry, in this particular case by serving on the Educational Foundation. And so it's always a very delicate balance. Ray, having had the pleasure to serve with you on the board, I know that the foundation today is a better organization because of you.
There aren't enough awards to give somebody like him. There just aren't enough awards.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Mr. Ferdinand Metz as he presents the 2008 Michael E. Hurst Lifetime of Achievement in Education Award.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It's really a great pleasure for me to be here this evening and to introduce a man that I have a lot of respect for, because having had the pleasure to serve with him on the Educational Foundation Board, I know that he stands for integrity and professionalism, and it's so very appropriate for me to make this introduction, and it's a great pleasure at the same time. For those of you here tonight that have known Michael Hurst, I'm sure you would agree that Michael would have wholeheartedly endorsed this year's choice for the award named after him. Tonight's recipient is really an individual in a class by himself. As a consummate teacher, the administrator, the role model, he's totally dedicated to the NRAEF and its mission. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in congratulating the winner of the 2008 Michael E. Hurst Lifetime of Achievement in Education Award. It's a long name. And welcome Dr. Ray Kavanaugh.
This is so exciting, I'm shaking. so please excuse me for that. Honors like the Michael E. Hurst Award are only presented to individuals who have the loving support and dedicated efforts of many people behind them throughout their career. It has been a gift to me to have such a network. My family has always sacrificed without question when the job demanded time and change. Thanks to my wife, Judy, and 2 sons, Ryan and Quinn, for always supporting me. Also with me tonight are 3 of my 4 brothers, and I'm joined by a few tables of Purdue colleagues, so thank you for the fight song. We appreciate that. Additionally, it's been my pleasure to work with many of you in this audience tonight over the years as co-workers, committee members, and association volunteers. Thank you for the hard work, support, and friendship along the way. It has been my good fortune to work in an industry that is exciting, dynamic, and meaningful. Confucius once said, "Find a career you love, and you will never work a day in your life." That is my wish for all of you students in the audience today. You have begun a journey toward a career in food service. You are moving toward a rewarding life in an honorable profession. Make the most of it. Michael Hurst was a prototype of a person who passionately loved this industry and was fully committed to making it better through education and training. It is with great humility and honor that I accept this reward. In closing, let me share the words of Krista McAuliffe. Mrs. McAuliffe was a teacher selected as the primary candidate for the NASA Teacher in Space project. She was taken from us far too soon in the Challenger space shuttle disaster of January 28, 1986. Before the shuttle took off on that unforgettable day, she was quoted as saying, "I touch the future. I teach." I believe we all teach. We teach our employees, our children, and others with whom we come in contact. We are now, or will become, mentors and role models to many. As we move forward on our individual journeys, please, I ask you, embrace your role as a teacher and make the most of it. Millions of people out there that you touch will appreciate it. Thank you very much for this kind honor. I'm overwhelmed.